that it's really hard to translate into guitar. So it was a challenge. I enjoyed it, but I'd rather not do it again.
Oh, okay. All right. So this week, guys, we got Miss Rena from Magic Gal Media.
Oh yeah.
Boom. Popping in.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hey.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Very good. What was the name of that song? I forget. I know it was was it like a J Rock song? I don't know what the official
It's J-pop. It's called Pleiades.
is. It from an anime? Is it just
It's
a tune you picked up?
part of a it's part of a video game called Monarch. It was heard in the
Hmm.
trailer.
Yeah.
Very nice. Cool. Do you play a lot of video games or?
Yeah.
All right, very good. That's something we can talk about then. So let's just sort of dive right into it here. Um, what video games were one of the things that inspired you? You know, growing up, what would you call your biggest inspirations?
Say anime and manga were my biggest inspirations.
Very nice. What era of anime did you grow up in? Not to necessarily ask you how old you are, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm getting at here.
That was
The
rude,
early
man.
2000s.
I know.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So the good stuff. Did you watch things like Adult Swim and Tsunami?
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay, yeah, me too. Yeah, Rurouni Kenshin was my jam. Inuyasha, Dragon Ball Z, of course. Pretty much actually watched. I think it was the Cell Saga that my little brother was born. I
Hmm.
was like watching that like while my mom was. I wasn't in the room for my brother being born, but I do remember watching DBZ at the hospital.
Do you have an opinion on Clamp? Because that's from that time too.
Clamp. You.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I watched Card Captor Sakura, but I don't remember it clearly. I
Mm-hmm.
tried reading the Tsubasa manga, but I just couldn't get into it.
Oh, yeah, the soccer one. Yeah, that was a tough one. That was a tough one. But yeah, the thing is like Clamp, and I'm not trying to say like girly manga because I enjoyed it myself. Because everybody knows Sailor Moon, for example. But
I love Sailor Moon.
yeah, there was one called Magic Knight Rayard, and dude, it was like a soap opera with mechs, and it was amazing. It was made by Clamp,
Very
so it was
nice.
that like that design, and it's very sad. It's
Yeah,
very
I
sad
could
anime.
never get into Rare for some reason. I tried reading the manga, and I
Yeah.
just kept losing interest.
It's very sad because like the the antagonist was actually in love with the princess, and it's like a forbidden love. It was very like when like they're fighting, and then you're like, oh wow, that was to me that was very interesting. 'Cause the first time I saw something like that in animated form, so I've always had like lots of respect for Clamp just for that. What's up, Shadowhawk?
Hey, Shadowhawk.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the same studio that I forget the name, but I remember a manga. It like I was like because when I was growing up, probably around 13 or 14 is when like the manga wave hit my town, and like
Hmm.
I think I was like
Shut
sixth
up,
or seventh
chicken.
grade. Yeah, I was like sixth or seventh grade, I think, and pretty much every kid you'd walk into Books a Million, and pretty much like any given weekend, and there'd just be kids like flies on shit just all over the manga section, just sitting reading. And yeah, I'm pretty sure Clamp they did that. Wasn't there a manga where like this kid had a robot and you had to turn it on by sticking your finger in its vagina?
What? Oh, Chobids.
That was
Yes.
Chobit.
Yeah, I couldn't. I remember reading it in high school. I dropped it because I was not that invested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chobit was kind of suggestive. I think I wasn't really like it was too much fan service,
Mm.
and that takes me out of the story. I mean,
Yeah,
there's people who really love it, and dude, God bless them, because I mean, it's an industry fan service. But I don't know, like to me, it takes me out of the story.
yeah. Yeah, that was the bulk of most of the animes I watched. A lot of them was like fan servicey harem types, and I just did not like the tropes utilized in them. Plus, I always hated the girls because they were either like vapid and shallow.
Yeah, but that's a very common like narrative tool of anime. Like they use archetypes, and whenever you go to manga, like you're watching Bleach or you're watching I don't know any manga really, like you'll find those archetypes like the ditzy girl, like the the like sullen yet like well-intentioned girl, like the guy who's like a pushover, like those characters. You find them in all anime. Like I don't know. As I said, like some people enjoy them. To me, that takes me out of the story. But yeah.
Mm.
So what kind of anime did you have that was your favorite? Like your top three growing up?
Me? You talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. My top
talking
three.
to me.
Sorry, I didn't. I
Oh, you're
wasn't
good.
sure. Sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
Inuyasha was a favorite. I didn't like
Oh
the
yeah.
ending because the ending didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Um, I'm sorry. I had to actually think.
Oh,
Hey.
you're good.
Sailor
It's
Moon,
early.
Inuyasha, Sailor Moon.
Mm-hmm. Those are cool.
Ooh, Pokemon, but that's like the first 2, 3 seasons.
Yeah. Yeah. Then it got really silly.
Tokyo Mimi or Mimi Power, as it was called in the states, and Magical Doremi.
Mm. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah. Like I don't know. Like I was already like old when all those animes came out, so I was watching them on the with the eyes of an animator.
Yeah,
But yeah.
Chris. Chris. Can I answer his question? Yes, there is a new Inuyasha series
Mm-hmm.
called Yasahime. It's bad.
Mm-hmm.
The main
Bad.
girls really don't. They're not interesting enough to carry the series.
Hmm, that's a
You
shame.
know. Yeah.
Okay, so other than anime, growing up, you mentioned video games. Like, what would you consider your first love creatively?
Creatively, will have to be the Bioware games,
Very nice.
Mm.
specifically Jade Empire and KOTOR. I loved KOTOR.
Ooh, dude,
Mm.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. BioWare, like the what was it? BioWare, Bethesda. There was another B game. Oh, Blizzard. For me,
Blizzard. Yeah.
those were like the three biggest video game companies, all big story games, and those were like the three untouchables for a while, even. But how far
Mm.
we've all fallen, sadly.
Yeah. And the things like those companies, like the founders are not there anymore. So it's like a board, and it's more like many microtransactions we can make. So you don't look to them today for inspiration, but back in the day, dude, like everything coming out of Blizzard, uh, before World of Warcraft kind of started the whole like decline to me. But like Warcraft 3, for example, awesome game, awesome story. Uh, BioWare was, dude, they couldn't miss. They couldn't miss. Like Coder, dude, that was better than the not the prequel, but the new Star Wars movies. Like I enjoyed Coder better. So and that's a thing that, dude, like today I'm looking more for it to through indie games to find good stories more than like what the mainstream is doing. Because it's
Yeah.
just a board.
You'd mentioned Jade Empire. That's
Mhm.
funny because I think on Chris Fisk's episode a couple weeks ago, I had mentioned Jade Empire, which is a game I think people have kind of largely forgotten, sadly, and I'm surprised that BioWare hasn't tried to dust it off for at least a remaster, because that
Mhm.
was a really cool concept. Just basically Chinese KOTOR without the lightsabers and all
Yeah.
that. But
Yeah.
okay, yeah. So, comic books. What led you down that road?
Uh,
How'd you-
it was originally manga before I got into Western comics. I didn't get into Western comics until like a decades later.
Mm,
Uh, my first manga was me. I stumbled upon by accident during class. Was called Red River. It was like a a time traveling shoujo romance between Turkish, I think Haiti, like an ancient Turkish prince and a high school girl.
Mhm. Yeah, that sounds like a good show, yo. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, it was like I forgot which volume, but it was like later, so I was confused when I read it. I think it
Mhm.
was volume 15 or 16.
mm.
Okay, nice. And creatively, like when did you start? Like, okay, like what led you to say like, okay, I'm gonna do my own thing now? Would it be manga or do comic books?
What made me want to go into manga was the fact that I wanted to tell my own take on the Magical Girl series.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And that happened at 16.
No, that happened like in during my college years.
Oh,
Because it
awesome.
didn't, it never occurred to me to crowdfund
Hmm.
or do my or publish my own comic. I always thought that you had to do it with that you had to get published by one of the big publishers.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So I
I
kind of
see.
like gave up on that
Mm-hmm.
momentarily. It wasn't until I think a few years ago, I think 2019,
Hmm.
where I started seeing like people crowdfund their own comics and being successful with it,
Oh yeah.
which gave me the inspiration to pick it back up.
Dude, it's really funny you say like a couple of years ago in 2019. Like it's been 3 years. Like it doesn't really feel like. But yeah, sorry for interruption. Keep on, keep going, keep going.
Yeah, I started writing the script during my last 2 years of college. I kind of momentarily put it aside in the
Mhm.
hope that some big publisher will pick it up.
Hmm. Hmm.
But then I decided to crowdfund it when I started seeing other comic creators crowdfund theirs and being successful.
Hmm. So what was the book? What was the first book that you came across that led you to crowdfunding?
Uh, ooh, it was Ethan Van Sciver's Cyberfrog and
Mm,
your boy Zach, because those were the ones that I kept hearing about the most. There were others, but those were like the top ones.
yeah, yeah, I
Yes,
totally see that. Yeah.
for me it was I came across Ethan and both Ethan and Zach's channels at one point, and then just kind of like just because I liked pretty much what they were saying, I was like, okay, yeah, I agree with all this. But the book that kind of got me into it was Wirehead by Rob
Mm,
Geronimo.
yeah.
That's what specifically that and his and the Lucifer Storm YouTube channel, which is a great channel to get on if you're looking to sell something. But both of them together, I caught a video with them, and they had mentioned Alterna Comics, and then now we're here a year later, so hooray.
Yeah, dude.
Good.
Mine was Frega. Like that's the first channel like I saw from like the community and whatnot. Because I knew like Ethan, but they seem inaccessible to me for some reason. I don't know. Like they are cool guys and their channels are all awesome, but they seem inaccessible to me. But Frega, for some reason, he's just like, hey, anybody wants to come in and chat? And I went in, and I was like, okay, like this is something that can be done. Even though Frega's book is not out yet, like that was my entry point. But yeah, like that's it's always takes like seeing one thing, and then you get the ball rolling, and now you're doing like your book that looks amazing. Like I've seen your art like on other streams,
Mhm.
and the art is solid. The premise sounds amazing. 'Cause, I mean, it combines two of my favorite things, like drawing and music. So
Mhm.
I'm already sold, and I'm ready to back as soon as I can.
So let's pop into the chat real quick here because
Yeah.
I see some familiar faces. Let's try to start at the
Yes.
top here. We got Shadow Hawk. Good morning, buddy. Thanks for coming by. Neo Star. This guy has the best intros anywhere, really, and I'm pretty sure he's probably got these just all off the top. It's a skill you just develop over
Yeah.
time. Let's see who else. We got Chris Fisk, good guy. It was
So
a great
Chris,
episode we had chatting with Chris. Who else? I know I saw some. Oh, there he is. Juanita.
Carlos Padrino. Oh,
Good
well, I'm
morning, buddy.
sorry. I'm sorry, Juanito. I'm sorry.
Yep. Ashton Jackal.
What's up,
Hello.
Ashton?
Good morning, buddy. Yep. All right. Great. So I'm pretty sure that's everybody. Okay.
Yeah.
All righty. So, you'd mentioned school. Are you the writer and the artist of the book? Did you go to school for art or?
No,
I'm
I'm
just
just a writer. I
Mhm.
majored in English
Mhm.
during my
Nice.
time in college.
Very cool.
Yeah, don't say just. I mean, the writer is very important. Yeah.
It's all right. I'm just a writer myself here, so I know the feeling. It's all
You
good.
said you said just too.
Okay.
You're the
So
writer.
let's I'll pull up your campaign here. I
Mm.
saw something interesting. Chris said, I think. Let's see. About okay, I can't find it in the chat. Okay, let's see. So here we are, Black Rhapsody, Part 1. Musical magical girls versus a Lovecraftian pop star deity and her evil music empire. Boom. All right. So
Nice.
can you take it from the top for us? Aside from the fun little pitch line there, what can we expect out of this project here?
Black Rhapsody is a 35-page plus manga-esque comic. Again, as you said, is about music, magic girls based off of music genres and named after mythological goddesses of lore, going up against a Lovecraftian goddess who is based on Beyonce Knowles. So it's magical girls versus Lovecraftian Beyonce.
Nice.
Very nice. Okay, so let me scroll down here. Could you talk a little bit about the main character, like what's her name and all that stuff?
Yeah, if you scroll down and stop right here, the character sheet, you just went past it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the girl with the guitar and the girl right there, she's the main character. Her name is Alethea Mahalia. She is kind of like a very like foul mouth gothic teen who basically takes shit from no one, and her personality is what jump starts the events of the book. Cause, well, without spoiling much, never tell Beyonce to go fuck herself and then think you can
Nice.
live through it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, she probably. I'd have to say I'm not a huge Beyonce fan, which probably isn't a shocker. But one of my most favorite movies of all time is Austin Powers Goldmember,
Mm.
and I mean, she kicks ass as Foxy Cleopatra. So she's a whole lot
I
of
don't
woman.
know.
Yeah. So Alethea, her magical girl persona is Hecate, as in the Greek goddess of necromancy, the crossroads, the night, the moon,
Hmm.
and magic.
Nice.
So her music genre is ethereal wave, which if you actually were to listen to something like the Cocteau Twins, it
Hmm.
has a very ghostly feel to it, like you're hearing a ghost singing,
Hmm.
which actually makes sense given that this is a goddess who is referred to as the mother of ghosts in Greek mythology.
Interesting. Okay, very cool. So, could you talk a little bit about the artist?
Yes, my artist is Jan Apple.
Hmm,
She has an experienced mangaka artist.
very nice. Yeah, this all looks, I would definitely say very experienced. It's a very,
Yeah.
very solid art.
Yeah. Very solid art. How did you find her? Like like
I think
online?
I found her through art stations.
Okay. Cool. That's the thing. Like, dude. Like we use the tools that are at our disposal to find, and I mean it's a solid team. Like, how far is the book? Uh,
My artist just picked it back up. The
mm-hmm.
book is still at like 20% done due to the
Awesome.
fact that my artist unfortunately had contracted COVID and as well as
Oh.
other personal problems.
Hmm. Yeah, but she's all right now,
Yes,
right?
she is.
Oh,
She said
awesome.
she would get
Very
started
good.
working on the pages this week.
Cool. So you're 20% to completion. When are you planning to launch for the
I
book?
plan to launch in April. Now, what day in April? I don't know because I
Hmm.
don't know what a good day is to
Yeah.
launch your first
Hmm.
campaign.
I mean,
No better day than now.
no better than that. Then it's like trying to find like the better day. Just like find a balance on when your book is, and more than the launch day, try to have the most of the book done to the end of the campaign, so you don't make people wait that much because it's like your first book. 'Cause I'm on the same position. Like, since this is my first book, I don't think I'll have the leeway that an Ethan has. Like, okay, guys, wait for a year for my book. Like, no, like we have to keep things moving because we're new. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And I mean, if you're 20% now, then you plan to launch in April, and she's picking the new pages next week. You think I think you're in a good
This
position.
week.
Yeah. And the thing, like the art is solid. Like look at that. Look at that work, man.
If you want, I can send you the other completed pages that she's done.
Yes, I was just
Oh,
about to ask that.
yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be sweet. You can just drop it in the
Mhm.
DM.
private chat, I think, or the yeah. There you go. Okay, yeah. So this is are you going to be printing this like a comic book, or are you going to? I mean, I guess you're going to try it as a manga, or
I'm
maybe.
gonna print it as a comic book. I'm not gonna do like the manga because a lot of people don't like that. Even
Yeah.
people who have read manga for like years don't like that.
Hmm, interesting. I haven't picked up a manga in several years, but I
Mhm.
did. I'm not sure if either fortunately or unfortunately was sent a gift here from Mr. Ashen Jackal,
Hmm.
and yes, I will say as I was thumbing through the book, the weight and feel of a manga, I was like, this is a it's a feeling that I haven't, like I said, I hadn't held a manga in some years, so I kind of missed it, like the thump of like that hollow thump of a manga.
Hmm.
It's just it's a nice feeling. I like the books. Let's see. Sugar Simp says launch on a Friday, payday, and be on as many shows as possible throughout the weekend. Hey,
Oh,
okay.
I thought you were supposed to launch on Thursday.
You see, everybody has their own book. Like that's the thing. Like listen to everybody and pay attention to what makes sense to you.
Mhm.
And yeah, just go with the flow.
So what are what are some of like the bigger inspirations for this story? Is there like a couple is there a video game or anything like that in
It's
particular?
mainly manga, less than video games. Madoka Magica, Berserk, and Gem and the Holograms are all inspirations for the manga.
Cool. Awesome.
Very
You should
nice.
put that in the pitch.
I did, like,
Yeah.
right there. You just scroll right there.
See?
There it is.
Oh, okay. So now my bad eyes are in evidence. Let me see. Where's that?
Pedro,
Okay, there you go.
get
Yeah,
your
I have
shit
really bad
together.
eyes. This is not free, guys. My eyes suck. Let's see. There you go. Well, Magic Madoja Berserk.
I just
Did it
sent you
again.
the pages and
Awesome.
stuff.
Okay.
Awesome.
Oh, there we go. Yep. All right, sweet. Let me get this pulled up. All righty. Hold up. Oh yeah.
Let's do it.
Hold up. Okay, hold up. I'm just gonna have to. Let's see. So, Pedro,
Put that.
gonna vent here for us. Let's see. Okay, here we go.
Man.
No. All right. So here's the cover, right?
Awesome. Yeah, so that's done by the same artist?
Yes, this is Jan's work, her colored
Mm.
work.
Oh, really
So
solid, man.
This is the cover art.
very nice. Okay. Oh yeah. A great colorist as well. Even though she's like probably a black and white specialist, does she do mostly manga, or does she have a traditional comic book lineup, or?
She did webtoons prior to this. She does both colored and manga. But
Mhm.
because it's manga, she's gonna do black and white.
Mm-hmm. You got
Very
you.
nice.
Really nice lighting work, man. Like very dramatic.
So can you walk us through sort of the are these the first couple pages or
Yeah. These
okay?
are what you look at as the first like few pages of the book.
Hmm.
It starts with a girl by the name of Hope and her animal companion. You know, in every magical girl series, you have to have like
Mhm.
that cute companion,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
kind of running away from a mysterious figure, which you revealed, which in the next page reveals to be like three girls who are based on the Greek chthonic deities of vengeance, the Furies, also known as the
Mhm.
Uranids. So
Mhm.
from left to right, you have Alcito, Megra, and Tisphane.
Okay.
And I decided to make them kind of based off of bubblegum pop. If you know anything about bubblegum pop, is basically like very saccharine and kitty music.
Mhm.
Basically, the stuff you hear on Disney Channel.
Mhm.
Hmm. Okay. No, I wasn't. I'm not familiar with bubblegum pop, but definitely digging the look of the character, and I love the freaking axe. That is
Oh
solid.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, everyone loves that guitar.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
it's based off of a BC Rich. That's yeah, like it.
Right on.
Yeah,
Do you,
this page takes place during audition, talent agency audition.
Okay, so your main character, she's not in a band at the start of the book, so she's
No.
trying to break in.
Yeah, you can say that.
Okay, very nice. All right. Oh shit. Okay, what are we looking at here?
Mm.
Yeah, this is during an argument that Alethea has with Dulcie Bella, who is the antagonist, the Beyonce looking woman.
Okay,
Mm.
I see. Yes, the hair. It's very big.
Very, yeah. Whoa.
So basically, this is Alethea telling her off after Dulcie Bella decides to insult her,
Mm.
or this is
Yeah.
like Dulcie Bella telling Alethea off.
We got Neo Star digging it here. So is there what kind of music do you listen to music while you write? Is there I mean
No, I don't. Like, I have to be in complete silence when I write because I'm easily distracted.
mm,
Yeah, that happens.
yep, I know the feeling. Sometimes I can write with music. Sometimes it helps me and like it just drives like with the beat. And then there's other times where out of an hour's worth of writing, I've sort of air guitared and air drummed for maybe 15 minutes of it, sometimes 30. It's a horrible habit. Okay, very nice. Okay, cool. So here's what was her name again? I'm sorry.
Dulcie Bella, Ducibella.
Very nice. Delcy Bella. Okay, so she's the big villain of the book.
Yep.
Okay. So could you talk a little bit about where she's at in life? Is she like the head of a big record company, or is she like what tell
She's
us about
not,
her?
well, without spoiling too much, she does.
Hmm.
She is their like top pop star at I forget the name of the the company's name in the book. Uh, Nebula Tune Records.
Mm.
She is one of their top selling pop stars, but she's also kind of like the head of it
Hmm.
because she is a god, and they're basically trying to like gain power for her, so that she becomes like this reigning supreme deity.
Mm.
Mm.
Because prior to her becoming like a pop star, she was originally a god, but due to circumstances, got put into a coma or sealed away for a
Mm.
few thousand years, and comes back out having to realize the world has changed, and she doesn't like that.
Okay, interesting. I like it. I sort of get a little bit of what's that fucking? It's a book, Queen of the Damned, but I've never read any of Anne Rice. Although I do
Mm.
love that movie, like the setup of Lestat like coming back and just becoming a rock star. It's like, all right, this is fun.
Yeah.
Now that you said that, I see it now because I have
Yeah.
watched that movie.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm more of a witching hour fan. If we're talking Anne Rice, but yeah, dude, I can see like the whole like vampire Lestat rock band like flavors to it. Like it's a little tone. It's not like swiping anything, but I like the tone of darkness combined with music, and it reflects on the character design. Like your characters are very tall. Was that
You
like
mean this Dulcie Bella?
yeah,
Yeah, that was intentional.
awesome.
Because keep in mind, she was originally like a god, so a god with tower over other people.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, awesome.
We got Chris here in the chat. I have a noisy head. Even in complete silence, I hear music snippets and bits of scattered thoughts. External music is an absolute distraction for me too.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Mm.
Okay. So are you Italian? Is that I see some I mean some stuff that looks Italian here. That's Italian, right? Or no?
No, no, I'm not
No,
Italian.
no.
Oh.
You think
I don't.
yeah, better because Dulcie Bella maybe. Like the name of the Beyonce character was Dulcie something, right? So maybe they're playing on that.
Or maybe I'm just crazy. I mean, that's
Yeah.
actually the more likely answer to that. Ash and Jackal says I got the a la carte Helsing vibe with that height. Helsing, that was a kick-ass show and book.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Okay. So could you, without maybe spoiling too much, could you tell us a little bit about your main character's background, like before she ended up where she's at the start of the book?
Yeah, Althea is a teenage girl from, well, my world's equivalent of the ghetto. So
Mhm.
she tends to like talk how a ghetto person would at times. She's very like aggressive and was willing to stand up for herself. Like if you're familiar with characters like Ryoko Montoya from Kill la Kill or Kaine
Mhm.
from Near Replicant, she
Yeah.
has personalities similar to those characters.
Okay. So very belligerent.
Yeah, and that's what kind of
Mhm.
kicks off the story.
Awesome.
Okay, I
Because
see.
Althea likes to talk back to people.
Mhm.
Very
That's
nice.
called having a lip.
Yeah, yeah, her lip
Yeah.
kicks off the entire plot.
Awesome.
So, could you talk a little bit about your plans for the future with this book? Is it like an ongoing, like a long term series, or are you doing is it like a 4 issue deal, or do
I
you
want
know?
to make it an ongoing series.
Okay, very nice, very good. We got Ichthy in the chat. What's up, buddy? Good to see you,
Hey,
fellow Florida
buddy.
man. Yep. Okay. So, what's been your favorite part of the process here?
Was more like character designing. Even though I'm not like a artist, was coming up with each of the characters design. I found that fun because
Hmm.
it let me experiment with their looks and especially their magical girl looks because I had to match the look to the not just the mythological goddess that they are based on, but also the
Hmm.
specific genre.
Hmm. So there's a lot more. There's a lot of other characters we haven't seen yet, or is
Yeah,
that?
there's other magical girls that you're gonna see in the series, all based off of different goddesses and different genres. There's a magical girl based off a Japanese goddess of water and ice, who represents the genre of melodic death metal.
Nice. Okay, some Children of Bodom kind of stuff, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know who that is.
Oh, just keyboards and roll vocals. Yeah, cool.
I mean, they're probably an older band now, like probably at least 20 years
Yeah,
old.
Children
Sound
of
like
Bottom is kind of old,
good
and the
stuff, though.
guitar player went solo. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Interesting.
I'm not a huge fan of that genre of music, but I know of it because I know a lot of
Mhm.
people who play that. So
Do
yeah,
you play any
melodic death metal.
instruments, Rena?
No, unfortunately.
Hmm. Did you grow up in a musical household, or I mean,
Yeah,
music's obviously. Go ahead. Sorry.
A big influence. Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. I grew up in like a musical household of a certain genre. My mother tends to listen to like R&B, hip
Mhm.
hop, soul, basically music that you would consider like black music,
Mhm.
or the type of music I grew up with. Hence why I had the character, the villain, be based on Beyonce.
Okay. So no soul. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I could see Beyonce as sort of a domineering figure. I imagine, like you don't get, was it like green? Not Skittles, green M and M's or something. Wasn't that something like years ago? You gotta have green M and M's at Beyonce concerts or something, like for her in the back room.
Well, that's always like tall tales of artists that grow
Mhm.
too big. I heard the same green M&M stories on Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh,
So who
interesting.
knows? Yeah.
Those damn green M and M's. Okay, so we actually have a question for you here from Chris Fisk. Would you consider like Jim and the holograms or Barbie and the rocker dolls for future merchandise?
Uh, Probably not, because that belongs to Hasbro, and I don't want to get sued.
Yeah, but I mean, coming up with dolls like with
Yeah, like
combo hair.
Oh,
Like I
those
mean,
for the campaign for my
yeah,
project.
yeah,
Oh, okay, I didn't read it correctly.
yeah.
No, because I don't think people will be interested in dolls
Oh, you'll be surprised. There's a market for
or
everything.
action figures because I always see
Yeah.
that as a kid thing, and this book is
Hmm,
like 18 plus.
hmm. Yeah,
you
there's people who collect figures, so maybe you don't have to
yeah,
go like articulate. Maybe like little statues. Like these
we,
people do collect statues of characters, and these characters are
yeah,
screaming for that.
yeah.
So I don't know. Just keep that in mind.
There's a up the road from me is a used video game store that has a bunch of a bunch of everything else like Gundam kits, VHS, whatever you want, like records, all kinds of stuff. And they've got a pretty decent statue wall, and it's like a bunch of stuff that would definitely look. Yeah, I could definitely see these characters on that wall.
Oh, I'll probably consider it once I get further down the
Yeah,
series.
exactly. That's like a fourth or fifth step. Like right now, just concentrate on the book. That's looking amazing. But yeah, dude, don't like count out stuff like that, because you'll be surprised like what people like find valuable.
Yes, Neostar makes a good point here, especially if you gain a following in Japan. Is that on your mind at all, or are you looking at
Not,
maybe having this translated?
I would like to have the book translated in the future, but I'm mainly focusing on the Western market because, like I said, the book does references a lot of stuff that's like in the West, while other anime and manga tend to focus around the culture of Japan.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
That's not to say that Japanese viewers and backers can't enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. But it's more what you mean. Is this is more like a West centric story, so you want to focus here.
Yeah.
So if you gain fans in Japan or Indonesia or whatever, like more than welcome, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Okay, and actually, our buddy Max here. Max said he's got I don't recall if he described it as a mangaka, but he's got definitely a manga book he's working on himself, and you guys would probably do well to get in touch. I think he's got a show that he's getting ready to start here shortly. Don't let me put words in your mouth, though, Max. We got Jake Twister in the chat. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Jake?
It's a skateboard decals is where it's at. Nothing wrong with a good skateboard decal.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many opportunities for merchandising, because that's like a different like avenues for revenue, and that's always welcome. So yeah, we gotta keep about merchandising, man. We have to turn this indie endeavor into something profitable, so we can keep on doing it.
So with that being said, do you have any? Have you worked on the actual campaign page itself, like behind the scenes? Or
I'm working on it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
How's that going? Are you enjoying it, or
it was originally difficult because I was stuck for the past 2 minutes. I didn't understand how to not finance, but like set up prices for a book, much as price like stretch goals. Like the financial part is what caused me to get stuck because I messed up a lot of the math.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Let's see. Jake Twister says, I went to a Black Rhapsody. Am I saying that? Rhapsody. There we go.
Rhapsody.
Yes. Sorry. Black Rhapsody concert, and all I got was a lousy t-shirt. That would be fun, though. A Black Rhapsody t-shirt. T-shirts are, again,
I'm not familiar. I'm not
familiar with I'm not going to do it for my first campaign. I'm just going to limit it to certain stuff.
Yeah.
I think Black Rhapsody. So that's the name of the band.
It's more the name of the themes and the themes tackled, music, and also like the dark side of the music industry.
Okay.
As well as having like fantastical, like magical elements.
Okay. Very nice. Alrighty. So is there anything else you'd like to mention about the campaign that we haven't covered, or the story, or anything?
No, not at the moment. I would say that I plan on holding an art contest, a fan art contest, sometime this month.
Very nice.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
Oh, don't worry, you're good.
It was going to be centered. The theme of the art contest is going to be centered around like dark parodies of music albums and cover posters. The concert posters.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's metal album covers like a
but they have
version
to, they have to correlate to a specific character's genre because some of these characters are clearly based on certain genres. So you can't give like a dark cover poster from like a band like Kiss to someone like Deuce Bell because that's not her genre. Her
Yeah.
genre is R&B, hip hop.
Hmm.
You can't give like a Taylor Swift like cover poster to someone like Alethea because that's not her genre. So I have to correlate to the characters' genres.
Cool.
So are you going to have like a character sheet out with like the you know
With the
genre
parameters.
type?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I plan to do that.
Very nice. Yeah, definitely. Are you doing a what's the prize for the winner of the contest?
The winner of the contest gets to have their artwork featured as a secret print in the campaign, and people and runner-ups get to have their art featured in the ash can that they can I think back. I'm still working out the logistics of it at the moment.
Yeah, but very cool. Very cool. So, feature art on the basically being published. Awesome.
Yeah, and the character designs are all. Did you hire an additional character designer to do this, or was this is all Jan,
This is
top to
all
bottom?
Jams. I did hire prior to contracting Jam. I had previous artists who I wanted two good character designers. So once
Mhm.
they did the design for the characters, I gave it to Jan, and she was able to translate it over.
Very nice. Yeah, they definitely are very just appealing characters. I can definitely see some fun like indie. I grew up playing drums, and there's those indie band flyers. They're always like just thrown together in Photoshop. It's always some creative stuff
And
coming out of that.
the whole Black Flag era posters for gigs. You know.
Okay, alrighty. So we got Jake here sharing the link out. Thank you, buddy.
Oh, thank you.
Yep, Magic Gal Media. So is that do you have any? Is this your first project then for Magic Gal
Yes,
Media?
this is my
Okay.
first project.
Do you have any other ideas in the works, or is this you're going full steam ahead with this for the
I have other
foreseeable?
ideas, but I want to see how well this one does before I put them down on paper.
Hmm.
Cool.
So could you tell us a little bit more about why these characters here are so spooky looking? Let's call it.
Yeah, the glamorous marionettes are based on the, as I said before, based on the chthonic Greek goddesses of vengeance, the Furies. If you actually look up what the Furies look like, they're horrifying looking. But I wanted to kind of do my own spin on it. Like, what would happen if I were to make like demonic uh, bubblegum pop idols?
Hmm.
Like the kind of like idols you see in like Japanese media.
Hmm.
Yeah.
The really cutesy ones. That's what they're based on.
Yeah. The thing that you're making me investigate is I don't know what bubblegum pop is, so I have to go look search for it. So yeah, you're doing guts work here. Is yeah, like you're making people go into like people who don't know might go into and might find something they like. You know. So very very cool.
Yeah, because there's a
I've been
lot of
listening.
genres that are going to be tackled in this book.
Awesome.
I've been listening to this. I forget the name of the band, but it's an all girl Japanese jazz band that plays like jazzy stuff that sounds like it's off the Persona 5 soundtrack. Really, like I think they might have done some work on that. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, just really fun live jazz. We've got a lot of jazz. There's a jazz festival in my town, so I'm just kind of like a sneaky jazz guy from time to time.
Yeah, it's all about them sneaky jazz guys.
Smoking them jazz cigarettes, man.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so alrighty then. Well, Miss Rena, um, I'm not sure if we
Yeah.
have anything else to talk about with the project here.
Yeah, everything's pretty clear. The project looks awesome, guys. If you haven't signed up, please sign up to this project. Don't miss it. And yeah, guys, back it when it's out. We're talking April, right? Just to make sure
Yeah.
someday in April.
Yeah, I have to get to deciding on a date
Yeah,
soon.
Mhm.
awesome.
Do you have a launch channel you're going on?
Yes, Poppin' with Piper and Pops.
Nice.
Good one.
Okay, that'll do.
Yeah.
Good old pops. Okay. Yep. Just without the gothic part. Alrighty.
Let's get the
Okay.
mailing list to 1,000. I wish. I don't think I'm going to reach 1,000.
So have you? Yeah, that's what Chris had mentioned earlier. You he said you'd had 400 signups and that you're hitting a ton of shows. What's it like basically just being on tour? Are you tired out? Are you
I,
enjoying
I'm
it?
I'm going to be honest. I'm kind of tired out because I had to go on so many shows without a break.
Yeah, that's like one of the hidden things about this. Like doing people, I mean, like before being a creator, you'll hear other creators on YouTube talk about, oh, I'm tired, shows will tire you out. And you're like, yeah, you're just sitting on your ass talking comic books. Like, how's that tiring? But
Yeah.
it is a mental, you kind of have to be on mentally, which does make you tired, I
Yeah.
think.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like catching crab in the North Atlantic, but it's a job and it's really hard.
Right. Let's see. Chris says, yeah, promotion can be exhausting. Okay, absolutely. So where are you headed to next? Do you have another show
Uh,
lined up?
yes, I'm going to be on Come Get Some. I think that was what
With Garnshaw?
Skits, the comics Come Get Some show
Very nice.
Yeah. Those are really cool guys, man.
on February 15th. And
Okay.
then the week after, I'm going to be on Pop's Banzine CromCon. I'm
Mm.
going to first be on Ladies Night, then come talk to Pops and Richness and Doc on like the first day of CromCon. Like the first like part of CromCon, which is I believe a Saturday.
Hell yeah. CromCon. That's where I made my debut. Good old
Yeah.
CromCon. Okay. Well, everybody, Miss Rena, thank you for joining us today. Your project is really beautifully drawn, and honestly, it sounds like you've got a really fun concept. And personally, I'm excited to see what all the other characters look like. Are you going to be doing colored versions of them as well? I know it's a black and white book, but I'm just sort of curious.
Colored version of the book is going to be like a stretch goal in the campaign.
Awesome.
Very
That's
nice.
great. Wow.
Right on. Cool. Okay. Well, Pedro, do you have anything, buddy? Anything you'd like to ask? Before we end the
No, I
show?
think I'm good. I mean, everything is pretty clear. The book looks awesome. I'm just waiting.
Alrighty. Well, Miss
Waiting for
Rena,
that.
thank you for joining us. I'm gonna bump you to the back real quick, and then we'll, if you'd
All
like,
right.
if you want to just sit tight for a second, yeah, boom. All right. I am actually trying to do that on purpose now. I'd be a liar.
Yeah.
Just catching the guests and sort of cutting them off. It was started as an accident. Now it's a bit of a
Yeah.
game.
It's a thing you do.
Okay. So Neo Star says, can't wait to check it out. All right. Great chat today, guys. Thank you everybody for coming by. We really do appreciate it. Nice and active today. And
Yeah.
all of you are fantastic. Neo Star, whenever you're ready, buddy, we definitely want to get you on. Can't wait to learn more about Riser Man and his fantastic intros. Chris Fisk, thanks for coming by, bro. Jakey, of course, my favorite skeleton man with bone meal over there.
Jerk.
Alrighty then. Okay, gang. So that is it for this week's Ginge and Pedro show. Let me see. We got a gentleman named Murph coming on next week. I forget the name of his project. It's not Professor Murph. It's
Not
another
Professor
Murph.
Mark. It's another.
We got a
Murph.
couple. We have a couple Murphs.
Yeah,
running
but
around.
the project looks really cool. I was watching it yesterday, and dude, it looks good, man. There's a lot
Very nice.
of we gotta be on our toes if you want to be an indie creator today. Everybody's bringing the heat.
Bringing the heat.
Yep.
Okay. So with that, we will catch y'all next week on the Ginge and Pedro show.
Take care, guys.